Another beautiful day. Let's see what we can get done. I think what I'm gonna do is prepare this half cut. I'm gonna start by drilling out all of the spot welds along the frame rail. So yeah, got some stuff to do. Let's get to it. Here I go, dragging this thing around again. Gonna have to sweep up that glass. Okay, looks like the previous owner of this S chassis has already hammered this in, which is one of the seams we need to drill out, so might have to bring out the grinder for that one. So I'm gonna start with just grinding along this seam here so I can get those spot welds exposed. Now we're gonna attempt to unfold this here crease. Oh my gosh. I might have to make something custom on this. That's all right. For now, we're just gonna forget about that. Well, there's only one way to get this part out of the way. Clearance. So we got most of these spot welds exposed on this side of the frame rail, so I'm going to start drilling the pilot hole. I'm going to grab the spot weld drill bit and then we'll start grinding those off. Looks like we lost a few teeth. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just snap your fingers and then drill bits just magically appear? Oh. Would you look at that? Well, we just broke another tip. So we're gonna flip that around. I'm going to keep this subframe mount portion, like this piece, still attached to the rest of this side, you know, with the rocker panel and the floorboard and the wheel well. Just because I think it might be a better idea just to match up these points here to the frame rail that's on my car. So yeah, for now we're gonna keep this attached to the rocker panel, but I am gonna remove it from this frame rail. All right, let's flip this thing over. Start working on the other side of the frame rail. It's not too bad like that. It's so crazy to see this thing upside down. Making some great progress. All right, we'll switch out the drill bit for the spot weld drill bit. This is really time consuming, but it's really essential to the project, so it's got to be done, so might as well just knock it out. Oh my gosh, my arms, so tired. Maybe I'll be ripped after this. So we got, I think, all of the spot welds drilled out, I hope. So try and get this piece out of the way. Now it should just fall off, right? Nope. So I'm gonna just pry along all of the spot welds now. Try and break them free. It looks like the frame rail is basically freed. All along here. We also got the rear freed up. And then we also detached the subframe mount from the frame. Well, after buying all of the bits at Harbor Freight and breaking all of them, I decided to order some online. I'm gonna start drilling the firewall off. So I need to clear off this spot here and then drill out a couple of these spot welds. It needs to match this. So I'm gonna start with that. We have drilled most of these spot welds on the outside, but forgot that there's this really hard spot on the inside. Like all of these. Like what? That's gonna be so difficult. So this is the right-hand drive firewall. Same spot. All right, doesn't look too bad on here. I guess we'll try and knock it out. So I think I'm just going to end up cutting this whole thing here and then trying to get to it. Especially because I don't need this part, so it's okay. So the shell that I got this half cut from had a cage in it. This is one of the plates that are welded in here. So that plate is actually covering some of the spot welds for the floor, which is okay because I'll just drill out the spot welds over here for now, and then I'll just cut around this plate, and I can use this as reinforcement when I weld it onto the new firewall. So right now I'm gonna prep getting that seam split. Looks like this floor was like sprayed with some type of undercoating, and it's really difficult to get this junk off of here. Just like melts and gets mushed around. But like everything else, we will work through it. Something that I've learned through working on my car and just like progressing in life, mentally, spiritually, whatever, no matter what you do, there are some people that just do not want you to succeed. I'm doing my best to plant the seed of positivity because this world is so full of negativity and hatred, and that doesn't help you grow. So find out what you want to do and do it. Don't listen to anyone else. Like literally just do you. Like I'm literally here every day by myself. And it's not because no one's willing to help. I just prefer doing stuff alone. I like to work alone. So find your thing and just do it. Just get out there and do it. That's all it is. It's just doing you. I've drilled out all the spot welds that I can get to at this point. This one stretch right here I couldn't get at because it's like folded in and hammered. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna cut off this part here. So I'm gonna cut along here and delete this. And then hopefully I'll have enough room to like pry it back and then drill out those spot welds. If not, we'll have to fab something up when we get to that point. I don't need the frame rails at all, but I do want to keep them intact. That way I can fix some of my friend's car's rust, or if I ever get a rusty car that I want to fix or something, it's good to have those laying around. This floor I don't need. That floor is a part of the new firewall, and I couldn't get these spot welds here because of the reinforcement plate for the cage on the inside. You can kind of see the weld lines right here, so I might end up cutting it right here, just right on the outside of that plate. Man, that's crazy. Dude, these rails are so flimsy. I feel like you should not be able to do that. Well, it looks like we got hung up on something back here, so I need to find out what spot weld is hanging us up. That was fast. Got a straight frame here for you. This middle piece is like literally paper thin. Wow. Anyone need a shock tower? All right, so now we need to just trim off a couple little more pieces, like this one. Now we can actually access these spot welds. It looks like the spot welds are visible on this side really nicely. So when I'm drilling out the spot welds on the car, I'll have to remember that. I'll have to try and remove like the hood mount location first to get to this. Getting somewhere. Well, I got this piece unfolded. Well, this is a little wavy, but we're gonna work with what we got, and we'll see how far we get with it. Same with this side. So let's start drilling them out. All right, we got this thing prepped. Before I cut any more off of the floor line, I want to make sure I have my car prepped. That way I can see where I want to line up that floor. That's a project for another day.